Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you here to Central Junior High School in East Peoria, Illinois. 109 teams started in Class 1A for the 7th grade level here in the IESA State Series. We are down to the final two. It's West Lincoln Broadwell, the Wolverines, taking on the Knights of Ottawa Marquette here in our state championship game for Class 1A at the 7th grade level. It's the Wolverines coming in at a record of 26-2, taking on Ottawa Marquette, who comes into tonight's contest with a record of 22-2. You're watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll see our teams take the 15-minute warm-up, and we'll start telling you more about the state tournament and these two teams' road to the title game. Don't go anywhere. You're watching pregame coverage here live on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
We welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Great Rivers Bank, with locations in Pittsfield, Barry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, opening a business, or making a deposit. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And try out that online loan application tool at greatriversbank.bank. We first tell you tonight about the home team on the scoreboard. This will be the Wolverines of West Lincoln Broadwell, coming into tonight's game with a record of 26 wins, 2 losses on the season. This team was last in the state tournament last year. They took home 3rd place in the 7th grade 1A class. They've previously been in the tournament back in 2020, where they took home 1st place, state champs in 7th grade. 8th graders also made it but did not qualify into the semifinal round. They've also been back here in 2018, where the 7th graders all qualified. 8th graders took home 4th place. 2016, 8th grade class made it and back 4th. This is a very, very strong program at West Lincoln Broadwell, one of the big feeder programs for Neil Alexander's Lincoln High School Rail Splitters. And they've got the talent here tonight to make their way onto a long run, we believe, and to possibly a state championship here tonight. They opened their state tournament run with a 49-14 win over Royal Prairie View Ogden, and then they won their semifinal, a 43-34 winner over Siegel St. Michael's, who just took home 4th place here not too long ago. 2 big names to keep an eye on here in this tournament for West Lincoln Broadwell. Number 1 is the young man wearing number 5. That is Cruz Froby. If you are familiar with Lincoln basketball at all, Froby is a household name. The big Frobe name right now is Chloe Frobe, who has just scored 3,000 varsity points here just about a week ago. One of the older Frobe brothers, if my memory serves correct, is playing at Missouri S&T. And the younger Frobe here, Cruz, is a very talented young player. 12 points in the semifinal, 31 overall in 2 games here for West Lincoln Broadwell. He's complemented by another nice guard named Griffin Cross. 22 points in the 2 games back on Saturday, including 17 in the semifinal. And the big third head of this point is the point guard Maddox Whiteman, who scored 16 in 2 basketball games. Colby Bowman's also chipped in 12. You'll also see the likes of Grant Hayes and Ryder Conradi, 2 powerful kids in the post that add a lot of menacing presence there for the Wolverines on the inside. But the bread and butter of this defense is that front 3 in a little bit of a zone jump trap, and they are very, very tough to get around. They really caused a lot of trouble for the Mustangs of Royal Prairie View Ogden. Siegel St. Michael's was able to get a runaway on some transition buckets here and there, but overall this front 3 is a real problem, and it's something that Ottawa Marquette is going to have to manage if they're going to have a chance to get this state tournament championship tonight out of the hands of the Wolverines. The road to the postseason for West Lincoln Broadwell. They defeated Decatur Unity 58-18 in the regional semifinals. Also defeated Chester East Lincoln 45-33 in the regional championship. In the sectional championship, as we get it pulled up in front of us, they defeated Normal Epiphany 47-38. And then, as we told you, defeated Royal Prairie View Ogden and Siegel St. Michael's in those 2 contests here back on Saturday. This is a team that's explosive offensively. Cruz Frobe was able to light things up in the first game. Really talented young man, just a 6th grader. But when he wasn't able to get some of the points on the board, you saw Griffin Cross really step up and start to knock some things down. Maddox Whiteman is a really nice kid. He'll be on the point tonight for this Wolverine squad as they look to grab a state championship here this evening. We'll step aside for just a couple of minutes on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll tell you about their opponents, the Knights of Ottawa Marquette. Don't go anywhere. You're watching state championship action live on Central Illinois Sports.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender, can help you get ready for your next home loan. Give them a visit online for that loan application tool at greatriversbank.bank and get started buying your next home today. On the opposite side of the ball game here tonight, it's the Knights of Ottawa Marquette Academy. Jason Herman's team comes in with a record of 23 wins, 2 losses on the season tonight. This is a team that's a pretty well-balanced roster. They've got a couple of nice big kids inside that add a lot of height and a lot of length. They've got some talented guards here tonight, and those guards are going to have to get against that front 3 that we told you about, West Lincoln Broadwell's defense. Some of the kids you expect to see a lot of hearing from tonight, Tate Hopkins leads this team with 11 points a game. Braden Herman averages 10, and Barron Hellman averages 8 points a game. They are on a 10-game winning streak coming into tonight's state championship game. A team that really prides themselves on defense. They say they're very aggressive on the rebounding side. are the Knights, and we saw that a little bit as they were able to grab some key rebounds away from Augusta Southeastern in that semifinal, and it was a tight ball game against Augusta Southeastern all the way to the very end, and finally they find themselves with 4 quick points out of the hands of Braden Herman within about the last 45 seconds to pull away and claim that semifinal win over Augusta Southeastern as they defeated the Suns 27-24. They opened their state tournament campaign with a 29-25 win over Cambridge Junior High School in Cambridge's first ever trip to the IESA state tournament. That win came in the hands of a big 3 from Noah Novotny, a very scrappy guard, especially on the defensive side. Expect to see him in the grill of players all night long for Ottawa Marquette. Knocked down the biggest 3 of the night down in the right corner to give Ottawa Marquette a 1-point lead. They were able to hold on for the win as they were able to get that win over Cambridge 29-25 in what was a really fun basketball game in our 4th quarterfinal back on Saturday for Ottawa Marquette. They were last in the state tournament last year. 7th graders lost in the quarterfinals in 2022. 7th and 8th graders both made it. They did not get a win. They were back here in 2019 as the 8th graders grabbed 4th place, and previously to that in 2017 where their 8th grade also finished up in 4th. They've got a couple of other appearances dating back to 2011. Jason Herman's team really prides themselves on the interior defense. A guy named Gerard Cooper, the big, tall, long-armed 6th grader, is going to be dominating the interior tonight, and he's going to have to battle the likes of Conradi and Hayes on the opposite side. So some really nice matchups inside and out here tonight. And one of the big keys coming into the night, it's going to be all about who gets into foul trouble. If the guards for West Lincoln get into foul trouble up front, it's going to be a little different ball game. If the guys on the post get into foul trouble for Ottawa Marquette, things are really going to get going in a hurry for the Wolverines as they're going to be able to maybe penetrate and get some baskets on the inside. Cooper is really going to play a big part in protecting that lane and protecting that rim against those guards for the Wolverines, who do a really nice job of getting the basketball to the cup. Most challenging game of the season for Ottawa Marquette. Coach Herman says it came against JFK of Spring Valley. They did not play their best defense that night, got down early, but they came back in press and won in overtime, and now they find themselves riding the coattails of that all the way here to the state championship game. You're watching exclusive coverage of the IESA Boys Basketball State Championships on Central Illinois Sports. We remind you, if you're already watching right now, you're locked in for the 8th grade tournament coming up on Saturday as well. No additional charge. You'll be able to watch the quarterfinals and semifinals coming up on Saturday, and then the trophy games right back around coming up next Thursday. We once again will have crews at all 4 classes coming up beginning at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Semifinals tipping off around 5:30 respectively in each site in Saturday afternoon. We will step aside here on the Central Illinois Sports Broadcast, the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, it's going to be starting lineup time for the state championship. West Lincoln Broadwell taking on Ottawa Marquette Academy. Don't go anywhere. You're watching junior high basketball here on Central Illinois Sports.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
Hey, grab me one too.
Game Masters is your headquarters for all your hunting gear. We have more than just camo hunting attire. Come check out our casual lines of Sitka, Under Armour, North Face, Columbia, Drake, and more. Pursue your prey with these off-road Quiet Cat bikes from Game Masters. Easy to transport and perfect for your next hunting adventure. Game Masters, we're passionate about the outdoors.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply. Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
We welcome you back here to exclusive coverage of the 7A Class 1 state championship game. It's Ottawa Marquette taking on West Lincoln Broadwell to decide who the champion is here for 7th grade basketball in the state of Illinois. So glad you're joining us alongside here tonight as we get ready for the starting lineups, brought to you by Farm and Home Supply. From snacks, hoodies, power tools, and lawn chairs, no other place has it all like your local Farm and Home Supply. And be sure to get in and stock up on some more snow melt, because a nice day like today always gets met by a snowy day coming afterwards here in July and March.
First up for visiting team, Ottawa Marquette Knights.
Starting lineup here for the Ottawa Marquette Knights, 23-2 is Jason Herman's squad. Their starting lineup looks like this. A 6th grade guard, number 0 is Noah Novotny. Number 4, a 7th grade forward, number 4 is Baron Hellman. Number 11, a 7th grade guard is Tate Hopkins. Number 33, the 7th grade forward is Braden Herman. And the tall man in the middle is the 7th grade forward, or 6th grade center, number 52, Gerard Cooper. It's Novotny, Hellman, Hopkins, Herman, and Cooper for the 23-2 Ottawa Marquette Knights. On the opposite side in the home whites tonight, it's the West Lincoln Broadwell Wolverines. Curtis Conrady's team starts in this fashion. Number 5, a 6th grade guard, is Cruz Froby. Number 15, the 7th grade guard, the point guard, is Maddox Whiteman. Number 22, the 6th grade forward, is Colby Bowman. Number 35, the forward, the 7th grader, is Grant Hayes. And the 5th starter tonight, the 6th grade guard, number 30, is Griffin Cross. It'll be Froby, Whiteman, Bowman, Cross, and Hayes for the 26-2 West Lincoln Broadwell Wolverines. We're ready to rock and roll. State championship is underway. Stepping into the center circle for Ottawa Marquette will be Braden Herman. On the opposite side in the white jerseys will be Grant Hayes for the Wolverines. Wolverines in the home whites moving right to left on your television screen. Ottawa Marquette in the purple jerseys. They'll be moving in the opposite direction. And the first run is a quick run for Cruz Froby as he'll go up and get quickly fouled. And we'll get our first foul of the basketball game just 5 seconds in. First foul of the night is going to go against Baron Hellman. That'll be his first, team first of the quarter. And stepping to the line will be Cruz Froby. First one is up and good, and West Lincoln Broadwell immediately on the board here, 1-0. Froby with his first points of the night. Had 19 in the quarterfinal and put on a show as the Wolverines ran away with a big win over Royal Prairie View Ogden. Misses the second. Marquette gets their first opportunity to score here in the basketball game. They get the basketball down to Novotny. They get the ball into Cooper. Goes up high. His shot off the mark. No good. It's a loose ball rebound coming up. It will be Hopkins. He gets bumped by Froby. Froby with the steal. Bounce pass up on the way. Here comes Bowman with it. He finishes on the steal from Froby. Bowman gets his first basket of the basketball game, and it's a 3-2 lead very quickly like that for the Wolverines. Cooper comes up with a tipped away ball. Hopkins with it now, top of the key, guarded out by Bowman. They work it into the right side, now down into the short corner. This is Herman with it. Bounce pass back out, goes into the hands of Hellman. Kicks out. Shot on the way from Hopkins is no good. Rebound is grabbed by Grant Hayes. Whiteman with the basketball as Froby kicks out to the left wing. Nothing there. They'll work it back around top of the key. It's a man-to-man look here. No, excuse me. It's a little, yeah, it is a man-to-man look here for Ottawa Marquette. Froby with the basketball, takes a few dribbles, gets it into Whiteman. Top of the key now, backs out to Griffin Cross. He'll stop and pop from the free throw line. Shot's no good. Rebound grabbed by Baron Hellman. Marquette trying to push the tempo here to get past that setup defense. Hopkins, three ball, top of the key is good. Tate Hopkins knocks it down from 19-9. We've got our first tie of the basketball game. It's 3-3 with 4:19 left to go in the first quarter on the long three from Tate Hopkins. Whiteman with the basketball, down into Cross, up and good. Cross with a nice shot. Give him two. It's a 5-3 basketball game now. Cross with 4 points. Novotny with it, takes a dribble. Now he's going to get fouled as Hayes is going to pick up his first of the basketball game. First for Hayes. First of the contest against the Wolverines comes at 4 minutes even here in the first quarter. Ryder Conradi, the other half of that formidable post presence for Lincoln Broadwell, checks into the basketball game as they're going to get Hayes to sit down for a second. Hopkins with the basketball, looks back to his coach for instructions, tries to dribble to the right, nothing there. They'll walk it over. Now they get it into the hands of Herman. Working around top of the key. Hopkins, nice kick out. Novotny from the corner. His shot misses the mark. Cooper grabs the rebound. Another chance here for the Knights. Hopkins drives in. Runner with the right hand up, no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Hellman. It's a fight for the ball on the ground. The officials will whistle a jump ball, and possession will stay here with Ottawa Marquette. Ottawa Marquette trying to push the tempo early to get across that front three of West Lincoln Broadwell before they're able to get set up. It's going to be a spot up three here for Herman. Doesn't find the mark, and the rebound will come down into the hands of Whiteman. He'll survey the scene here for the Wolverines. Hands it back off to Froby. Froby stops at the free throw line, met by Cooper. Nice dump down into the hands of Conradi. 7-3 lead here for West Lincoln Broadwell. They thought they caught Froby, and they gave up Conradi on the baseline. A nice move and a quick basket. On the opposite side, it's a quick answer in the hands of Braden Herman. His first two of the basketball game, and it's 7-5. Whiteman with it, takes a few dribbles, hands it off to Froby now. Froby to Griffin Cross as they work a little three-man weave at the top of the key. Stop and pop for Whiteman. His shot's up and good. Mannix Whiteman gets into the scoring column. Give him his first two of the ball game. It's a 9-5 lead here. 2:40 left to go on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. With the basketball driving in is Herman. Goes up and good. It's going to be good. And he'll go to the line. We'll show you that on our Northwestern Mutual replay as they get the dish down into Herman. He'll go up with it, get fouled and finish, and he'll go to the line for the and one opportunity. Foul goes against Cross. It'll be his first. Shot up and no good. Froby will grab the rebound. Long three ball out of the hands of Whiteman is no good. Cooper will come up with the rebound. Hopkins pushes the tempo, gets caught into a double team, has to dribble away from it. Now tosses it back over into the hands of Hellman. Drives baseline, gets caught in the short corner. Wolverines do a great job on the double team. They lose the basketball as Cooper was trying to chase it. Couldn't get his hands on it. It'll go out of bounds. A turnover against the Knights comes at 2:07 left to go here in the first. Whiteman will dribble up the court against the man-to-man pressure here from Marquette. Back over is Froby. Three ball from the left wing. Hits the side of the mark. Cooper grabs the rebound, falls to the floor. Novotny comes up with it, though. He wants to run, doesn't have the numbers, and he'll hold up with 1:50 left to go here in the opening period. Hayes will check back in for West Lincoln on the next ball. Back over to Hopkins. Thought about the three, ball fake, and now it's going to be a foul as Bowman got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Bowman's first of the contest, third of the quarter here against West Lincoln Broadwell. Hayes will come back in. Conradi will get a breather. This 1-2-2 zone from West Lincoln Broadwell has caused fits for everybody in this state tournament. They get it to Novotny. Corner three. No good as it almost went in. Goes off the head of Hellman as it was a loose ball, and coming up with it is going to be Cross. He'll take it across the time stripe. A minute and change left to go here in the opening period. They hand it off to Frobe. Looks for an opening, gets caught. Baseline pass, shot up, no good. Chasing down with it, Novotny will get the basketball for Marquette. He wants to push the tempo, goes ahead, finds Hellman up with it. Hellman goes in and finishes. Novotny gets the dime, Hellman gets the deuce. Herman gets the deuce, and we're tied. Herman's got 6, 9-9. Less than a minute go here in the opening quarter. Whiteman creates separation, nothing there, looks to get it out, gets it into the hands of the 6th grader and Frobe. He loses it, tipped away from Hopkins. They find Hopkins on the run. Hopkins goes up with it with a steal and the score. Ottawa Marquette leads. As Hopkins gets 2, give him 5 on the night. It's 11-9. 35 seconds left to go here in the opening period. It's been a fun one. Frobe with the basketball, tosses it down. This is Hayes, kicks it back out. Frobe, ball fakes, goes in, finds Hayes. Nowhere to go. 22 seconds. They work it around, 3-ball top of the key from Whiteman, misses the mark. Cooper grabs another rebound. Stolen away now, it's Bowman. Bowman finishes it up. Bowman with the steal and the score. His first basket of the ball game. We're tied again at 11. 7 seconds left to go. They try to toss it in, tipped away. Cross got a hand on it. Rushing for it now is Bowman. 3 seconds. 2. They get it to Frobe. Frobe finishes at the buzzer. And West Lincoln Broadwell takes in a 13-11 lead on the steal and the score for the Wolverines. We'll give you one last look on the Northwestern Mutual replay. As they get it to Frobe, he's able to finish. West Lincoln Broadwell leads 13-11. It's the state championship on Central Illinois Sports.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Once or twice a year, I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So you know what that is.
Yeah. What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand. That's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.
You back to live action here for West Lincoln Broadwell. Cross has 4, Frobe has 3. On the opposite side for Marquette, Herman's got 6 and Hopkins has 5, and that graphic is just as obsolete as we put it up to you as Frobe knocks down a 3 to get things going for West Lincoln Broadwell. For Frobe now, he's got 6. Steal on the way. Here comes Whiteman. Whiteman goes up with it. He'll put it in for the easy deuce. And Ottawa Marquette wants to take the timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. West Lincoln Broadwell 18, Ottawa Marquette 11. Just underway in the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. We're back here in 30 seconds. Marquette takes the timeout. It's their first of the contest. They've got the basketballs. They trail now by 7. On the quick runner, it's a good for Herman. Herman able to get the quick answer out of the timeout. It's 13-18 for Herman. Now he's got 8. Whiteman with the basketball. Bumps off into Novotny. Step back 3. Off the back of the iron, rolls around. Rebound will fall into the hands of Baron Hellman. Hopkins, the leading scorer on the team, tosses it down to Novotny. He'll drive into the lane, kicks it back out. This is Hellman. Baseline drive. Short 5-footer is good for Baron Hellman. Back and forth we go. 18-15 for Hellman, his first basket of the ball game. Conradi comes up, sets the pick for Frobe. Drives into the right side, goes up and underneath Cooper. Shot is no good. It's a fight for the loose ball, and with the rebound will be Hellman. Here comes Hopkins with it. Looking, doesn't have the numbers. They'll have to pull back out, will the Knights. Driving is Baron Hellman. Gets caught at the short corner. They work it back around. Cooper trying to post up. Instead, Hopkins will fire up a three. It rolls in and out of the rim. Froby will grab the rebound, hands it up to Whiteman. Really entertaining basketball game so far, and we've got lots to go. Whiteman dribbling at the volleyball line, surveying the scene, popping out his cross on the left wing. Whiteman goes baseline. Bowman at the block. They toss it back out to Froby, top of the key. They'll work it around here to the right side in their three-man weave. Whiteman stops at the left elbow. Passes it out, cross with it. Nowhere to go. Nice defensive stop here so far from Marquette. Wolverines also being patient as well as these two teams trying to feel each other out, as it's been pretty even chess match so far. And we'll get a timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout taken by West Lincoln Broadwell. For the fastest internet available, speeds up to 1 gigabit. Follow the fiber.net is where you want to go. We're back in 30 seconds.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Kroc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
Curtis Conrad, he takes the timeout for West Lincoln Broadwell. It's their first of the game. They'll retain the basketball here as they inbound just over the midcourt line. Man-to-man look here extended from Ottawa Marquette. They'll get a big bounce pass into Conrad. He looks for the backdoor cut. Bowman comes up with it. Just a step behind, and now they say Bowman will get on the end line. It'll be a turnover against West Lincoln Broadwell. Trying to find Bowman on that backdoor cut, just about a step behind as Conrady's pass was there. 3:41 left to go here in the second quarter. Bounce pass into Novotny, drives baseline. Nowhere to go on the baseline, now gets it back up into the hands of Herman. Hellman with it, short 8-footer off the back of the iron, grabbed by Froby. This is maybe the slowest pace that we have now seen West Lincoln Broadwell play in the 3 basketball games they've been involved in so far. Really being patient here on these last 2 possessions. It's a long 3 out of the hands of Cross. It's no good, and Cooper grabs another rebound. Cooper will not score all of the points in this ball game tonight, but he will grab a lot of rebounds for this Ottawa Marquette team. Shot up out of the hands of Herman is no good. It's a steal now. Whiteman got bumped. They get it into Hopkins. He'll go up for the quick layup and scores. Tate Hopkins picks up the loose ball. It's a 17-18 ball game for Hopkins. He's got 7. 2:40 left to go in this one. Oh, it's a bounce pass as they thought Cross was going down on the baseline cut. Whiteman was looking for him. He turned around the opposite direction. It's another turnover here on the Wolverines. Hayes will check back in. Conrady will take a seat. 2:33 left to go here in the first half. They get the basketball now down into Herman. Into Cooper, up off the glass, and Cooper knocks it down. Ottawa Marquette regains the lead as Gerard Cooper gets his first basket of the ball game. It's 19-18, 2:15 left to go here in the first. With the basketball is Froby. 3-man weave at the top of the key. Froby, Whiteman, and Cross. Cross picks it up, hesitates at the free throw line. He'll keep moving with 2:03 left to go. Spin move against Novotny, nothing there. They get it off to Froby. Ball fake, drive in. Now they get it into Hayes, and he'll get tied up, and there's going to be a foul underneath. And they'll whistle that one against Braden Herman. For Herman, it'll be his first. It's just the first of the quarter on either team here in the second. Conrady will check back in. Hayes will take a seat. Griffin Cross will be the inbound man here for West Lincoln Broadwell. 1:57 left to go in the state championship game in the second quarter. Froby will try to work it out, guarded out by Hopkins. Nice job by Hopkins, really pressuring Froby here in the quarter. Whiteman, backdoor cut. Cross had nowhere to go as he was closed off by the big Gerard Cooper. Froby stops. Conrady's shot rolls around and in. Conrady able to knock it down. 21-18 for Ryder Conrady. He's got 4 points as he was able to get that one over the outstretched arm of Cooper. Now they try to toss it into Cooper. Gets stolen away as Cross got a hand on it. Turnover against the Knights. Here come the Wolverines. 1:20 left to go. They hand it off to Froby. He'll take a long three. Froby's three rolls in and out of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Herman. Pushing is Hopkins. 3-on-1. Hopkins drives into both of them, and it's going to be a foul on the floor against the Wolverines. They're going to hand that one to Froby. For Froby, that'll be his first foul of the ball game, first of the quarter against West Lincoln Broadwell. Hellman will inbound for the Knights. Tosses it in. Hopkins thought about the three. They kick it back out. Novotny will take a try at it. Rolls right off the side of the rim. No good. Conrady grabs the board. 1 minute left to go here in the first half. We all need a breather after these two quarters. Cross with it. Three-man weave up top. This is Froby. Tries to spin at the free throw line. Nothing there. He hands it off to Whiteman. They'll get it now down into the corner to Bowman. Wolverines being patient here. Knights will get the basketball to start the third quarter, barring a tie-up or a change of possession. They try to throw it into Whiteman. He loses the handle on it, comes back up with it. 28 seconds left to go. Conrady and Herman being very patient with each other on the sidelines here. 20 seconds left to go. They get it into Froby. He'll take a few dribbles, spin move. Froby gets caught in a triple team, has to hand it out to Bowman. 13 seconds left to go. Whiteman wants it. What's he want to do? Dribbles around the free throw line. They get it out to Froby. Ball fake. Hopkins closes in on him quickly. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Somebody's got to put up a shot. Whiteman steps up. Free throw line jumper. Off the glass and good. A shot from Maddox Whiteman at the buzzer. And we've got a 1-point ball game going into half. It is West Lincoln Broadwell 20, Ottawa Marquette 21 as you get a last look at Maddox Whiteman closing it to a 1-point game. We've reached the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Don't go anywhere. We've got more here in 2 minutes.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Getting thirsty, bold, refreshing, so good. I mean, dude.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
Welcome you here to the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located in Quincy, Illinois, the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to making the car buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are satisfied. You can learn more online at littlejessmotor.com, or if you happen to be in the Quincy area, stop by and see the guys in person at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. We have got a fun basketball game here as we're going to get our score adjusted. We might have put some wrong points on the wrong side. We apologize for that. A lot going on here as it is a 22-19 basketball game. West Lincoln Broadwell with the lead over Ottawa Marquette as we had tossed some points on the errant side of the scoreboard there in the first half. West Lincoln Broadwell extends their lead on the last-minute shot from Maddox Whiteman in what has been a back-and-forth basketball game here between two quarters. Leading scorers here in this one so far. For Ottawa Marquette, Braden Herman with 8, Tate Hopkins with 7. Baron Hellman has 2 points, along with 2 points for Gerard Cooper. On the opposite side for the West Lincoln Broadwell Wolverines, Cruz Froby has 6, Maddox Whiteman has 4, Colby Bowman has 2, Griffin Cross has 4, Ryder Conrady also has 4 for the Wolverines. It has been an exciting up-and-down contest. We are so glad you're joining us here on Central Illinois Sports to take it all in. We remind you your subscription tonight automatically has you locked in for the 8th grade games beginning on Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Illinois Sports will have crews at all 4 sites, 1A through 4A, and you can check out all the action through the quarterfinals and semifinals on Saturday, and we'll come back next Thursday with the trophy games just like we're here tonight. We also remind you, you can put one game on your phone, one on your tablet, one on your TV, and you can check out action from across the state, watching it all live here through our YouTube platform on Central Illinois Sports. Ottawa Marquette has really been able to stop things inside against West Lincoln Broadwell. Gerard Cooper has really been a presence inside. Tall, long-armed guy has really stopped some things. He's made Froby think about some things to kick out. He's also made Whiteman think about some things when they get into the lane. And goodness gracious, though, they have been able to find some backdoor cuts as they found Cooper, they found Conrady, and others on the backdoor cuts. That'll be something that Ottawa Marquette will have to keep an eye on coming out of the halftime break. On the opposite side for the Knights, Braden Herman has really been the man to go to so far, and a nice game from Tate Hopkins. 2 of the 3 leading scorers have really been able to step up here and keep their team within an arm's length here of this West Lincoln Broadwell squad. Noah Navani, will expect to see him knock down a big shot at some point in this basketball game, just like he did back in the quarterfinal. And you'll also see guys like Gerard continue to get touches and play a big presence as Gerard continues to suck up rebounds here in this one. It's a Little Just Motor halftime show where West Lincoln Broadwell leads Ottawa Marquette 22-19. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. You're watching IESA Boys Basketball State Championship action on Central Illinois Sports.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Go team, go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
Welcome you back here to Central Junior High School in East Peoria, Illinois, where West Lincoln Broadwell leads Ottawa Marquette 22-19. We're at halftime of our 7th grade Class 1A state championship game. we remind you about Dick's Sporting Goods. Visit IESA.org for a 20% off coupon good for February 16th through 18th at your local Dick's Sporting Goods. Very few exclusions means you can grab a great deal with that 20% off coupon. Gear up for the next season, and remember, fans, every season starts at Dick's. A great crowd on hand here. West Lincoln Broadwell has filled a majority of the side of the seating that we are on. Ottawa Marquette has a little bit longer of a drive. They've got a nice contingent here as well, along with a nice little student section over in the far corner, as we get ready to go for what has been a very back and forth affair, and we'll see what happens in the first 2 to 3 minutes here in the third quarter of this one to see if either team can pull away or if we've got a nail biter going down the stretch. We're going to step aside for just another minute. When we come back, it's second half action here in the 7th grade Class 1A state championship. Get your favorite drink and your favorite snack and settle in. It's all live on Central Illinois Sports.
Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply. Tell my mom to make me up soon.
Getting you back to live action here as we get ready to start the third quarter. It looks to be starting fives on both sides as we'll begin the third frame. It's going to be Knights basketball to start action here from East Peoria Central Junior High School. They'll inbound the basketball. It goes into the leading scorer per game on this team. That's Tate Hopkins. He'll bring it across the time stripe. Into the corner, Novotny fires up a quick three. It misses the mark entirely. Froby will grab the rebound. Jason Herman looks to be unhappy with that possession for Ottawa Marquette. They'll work the basketball on the right side. Whiteman picks it up, kicks it back up. Froby, top of the three, ball fake. Goes in against Hopkins, nothing there. They'll work it to Whiteman. Free throw jumper, and he'll get fouled and go to the free throw line as Noah Novotny will get whistled for the foul for the Knights. It'll be his first of the contest, first of the night here in the quarter for Ottawa Marquette. Whiteman will step to the free throw line. 4 points in the evening. He scored 10 in the quarterfinal. First one is up and good for Whiteman. Give him 5 in the evening now. And it's a 4-point advantage here for West Lincoln Broadwell. Just underway in this one in the second half. Second free throw. Rolls off the right side of the rim. Chased down. Herman will run the rebound. Everyone getting settled in for what we expect to be a great second half of action. Novotny screaming out instructions, waiting for guys to move. He'll take a few dribbles. Now he's going to have to hand it back off. They get the basketball to Herman. Kicks it back out. Cross-court pass over to Novotny. Tries to find Cooper. Gets tipped away. Novotny driving on the floor to get it. It gets picked up by Hayes. It's a turnover against the Wolverines. 1 minute gone by here in the third. Whiteman takes the pick from Froby, gives it back off. Long three ball from the sixth grader is no good. Chased down. Cooper had a hand on it, couldn't hold on to it, and now it's rebounded by Bowman instead. Whiteman will fire up the three. Can't find the mark. Rebound grab now by Baron Hellman. Hopkins will move the basketball across the time stripe. Still this 3-2 zone, a little bit of 1-2-2, whatever you want to call it for West Lincoln Broadwell. They'll get the basketball at the free throw line. Herman goes up, runner with the right hand, falls off the right side of the rim. Griffin Cross able to grab the board for the Wolverines. Whiteman surveys the seam, goes to the left side against Novotny, picks it up at the block, has to pull it back out. Zone look for Marquette, with Cooper occupying the lane. Wolverines content to just pull the basketball out here a little bit and see if they can pull Marquette out of this contained defense. They get the basketball to Cross, top to the volleyball line. It's Froby, works it down into the corner to Whiteman. Coming off the pick is Bowman. Bowman goes up with the right hand and finishes. Bowman on the great move. And it's going to get a timeout. And we'll get the timeout called by Marquette. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it too. Don't go anywhere. It's Central Illinois sports coverage of the state championship.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Ottawa Marquette takes the timeout. It's their second of the ball game. It's a 25-19 advantage for West Lincoln Broadwell. Knights have the basketball, though, on their side of the court. Herman with it as they whip it across the perimeter. They find Cooper with it. Bodies up, kicks it back out. 3 ball on the way from Tate Hopkins finds the mark. Tate Hopkins with a big answer for Ottawa Marquette. It's 25-22. Hopkins now has 10. Froby with the basketball, spin move, kicks it down on the baseline as Cooper is a menacing presence there and really causing some problems for the Wolverines when they try to get the basketball inside. Conrady knocks it down, a nice 10-foot jump shot. That's a shot that'll win you a lot of games. For Conrady, he's got 6. 27-22, West Lincoln Broadwell. Hopkins dribbling it around, they get it to Cooper at the free throw line, might have traveled, now they try to toss it in to Herman. He'll lose the basketball. They say it'll go off of Marquette last, and it's another turnover here on the Knights. 2:53 left to go here in the third. 5-point advantage for the Wolverines. They've got the basketball. Whiteman with it. Takes a few dribbles as Cooper meets him. Now Whiteman goes up over Cooper, who was able to deflect that one just a little bit. It's a miss, and here comes Hellman with it. Works it down to Hopkins. They try to toss it in to Herman. He goes up with it, and the finish. Herman with the finish. 27-24 for Braden Herman. He's got 10 points. Hopkins and Herman each with 10 now for Marquette. Long shot from Cross is good, and I think even Cooper might have got a hand on that one. It's 29-24 as Cooper is really making things difficult. For Cross, he's got 6 points in the contest. Froby, Cross, and Conrad each with 6 for the Wolverines. Basketball gets kicked out, works at top of the key. Hopkins, 3 ball, misses the mark. Cooper comes flying in, and there's going to be a foul on the other side as they say Cooper had a little too much contact there as Conrady was able to box him out. For Gerard Cooper, it's his first foul of the ball game, second of the quarter here against the Knights. Froby, 3 ball from the corner, can't find it as it rolls around the rim. Herman will grab the rebound, and now Froby's going to get caught as he was trying to steal that one away from Hopkins. It'll be Froby's second foul of the ball game, first of the quarter against West Lincoln Broadwell. 1:38 left to go here in the third period. Marquette trails by 5. They've got the basketball trying to cut into the deficit. Extended pressure now from West Lincoln Broadwell as Bowman tries to meet Hopkins. They'll push it to the left side. They get it into Cooper. Nowhere to go. Tosses it back up. Works it around to Novotny. Nice ball movement here from Marquette into Herman. He'll go up and finish. Fantastic possession by Ottawa Marquette as they get it into Herman. He's got a dozen. 29-26, 1:15 left to go. Novotny saw the opening, tossed it in instead of taking the 3. They get it into Conrady. Conrady able to knock it down. Have a day, Ryder Conrady. He's got 8. 31-26, the lead for West Lincoln Broadwell. And now there's going to be a traveling violation as Hellman was wanting to try to get it down to Cooper, saw the defense tightening in, and ended up shuffling his feet. Less than a minute to go. Whiteman will work the basketball up. He'll meet Mo Novotny at the midcourt line. Takes the pick from Bowman. Drives in, nothing there. They'll reset the seam. 3 ball, top of the key from Ryder Conrad. He can't find the mark, and Cooper will grab another rebound. 40 seconds left to go. the West Lincoln fans would have lost their minds if Conradi knocked that one down. That would have been a big shot. They get it to Novotny. Works down on the baseline. Nowhere to go. Nice defense from Broadwell. They kick it back out. Hellman works it over to Hopkins. 25 seconds left to go here in the third. Back to the volleyball line they go. Nowhere to go. Cooper with the basketball. Throws it up now into the hands of Hellman. He'll drive in. Goes up off the glass, and Baron Hellman knocks it down. 2 big needed points for Baron Hellman. Give him 4. 31-28. 3-ball from Whiteman. Goes off the back of the rim. Might have got fouled in the act, but nothing. And that wraps up our third quarter. Don't go anywhere. We've got a 3-point basketball game here in the state championship. West Lincoln Broadwell leads by 3. We're back with fourth quarter play-by-play here in 1 minute.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy. Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Game Masters is your headquarters for all your hunting gear. We have more than just camo hunting attire. Come check out our casual lines of Sitka, Under Armour, North Face, Columbia, Drake, and more. Pursue your prey with these off-road Quiet Cat bikes from Game Masters. Easy to transport and perfect for your next hunting adventure. Game Masters, we're passionate about the outdoors.
Back to live action here as West Lincoln Broadwell will have the basketball. Conradi leads with 8 points. Froby and Cross have 6 each for the Wolverines. On the opposite side, Herman's got 12 and Hopkins has 10 for the Knights. And it's a quick steal. Here comes Hopkins. Gets it up to Herman. Euro step up with the right hand and good. And just like that, we are back to a 1-point basketball game. Herman's got 14. We wondered if the Knights were going to have enough firepower to match up with the Wolverines, and so far the answer to that question is yes. Froby with the basketball. Drives into the free throw line, stopped by Novotny. They toss it into Conradi. Gets stopped as Cooper gets in front of him. They'll kick it back out to Griffin Cross. Takes a couple of dribbles. Nothing there as they'll work the basketball to Froby. Drives in, nice fake. Goes up with the right hand. It rolls off the side of the rim. Cooper goes in and grabs the rebound. Froby able to fake Cooper out that time and gets the opening for the layup, but can't finish. Cooper with the basketball. Basketball held high atop his head, unable to reach of anyone else. And he kicks it back out. Stolen away now as Whiteman rips it out of the hands of Herman. Almost stolen away. Conradi loses the handle on it. Gets picked back up by Hopkins. Here comes Marquette with it. 4:45 left to go in the state championship. Novotny works the basketball around. Flashing up to the free throw line is Herman. Cooper tries a bounce pass, nothing there, and they'll work it back around to Hopkins. Novotny spotted up in the corner. He gets it. Goes into the baseline, stopped, and now that's going to be a, they say Novotny will step on the baseline. It's going to be out of bounds on a nice defensive stand from Griffin Cross. Grant Hayes will check back in for Conradi for the Wolverines. They've got the basketball in a 1-point lead. A fantastic, fun environment here tonight at Central Junior High School. Fans are enjoying what they're seeing here, and we hope you are at home as well. Whiteman with the basketball, tosses it up to Froby. He'll drive in on the right side, nothing there, hands it off to Whiteman. Nothing to go as Cooper continues to hog up space in the lane. Froby, right-hand runner, can't find his mark off the back of the glass. It's going to be out of bounds, and they say Marquette will get their hands on it last. It'll remain Wolverines basketball. Whiteman looks to inbound. Now he gets it into Hayes. Hayes guarded by Cooper, trying to find Froby. Now he'll finally get it on the toss overhead. And Curtis Conradi will take the timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. For the best computer sales and service around, visit followthefiber.net to learn more about Adams experts and Adams Fiber. We're back here in 60 seconds.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Wolverines take the timeout. That's going to be their second of the ball game. Each team has now used 2. They get the basketball over to Cross, gets stolen away now as he loses a handle on it. It's up to Herman, up to Hopkins. Hopkins goes up with the right hand and finishes. Ottawa Marquette regains the lead. It's 32-30 as Hopkins now has a dozen to match Herman. Hayes with the basketball at the right elbow, waiting for a man to move, now gets it to Whiteman. Stops, pops, free throw line jumper off the front of the rim, and the glass no good. Hayes comes up with it, lost his dribble though, had nowhere to go. Now they get it back to Hayes, and we're going to get a foul whistled as it's going to be a push against Marquette. Novotny will get whistled for his second. First of the quarter here against the Knights. We get to 5 team fouls in a quarter. We go to double bonus shooting. We have not seen that happen yet here this evening in this ball game. They get it in quickly now to Bowman. Bowman's shot rolls around and in. We trade leads 32-30, 33-32 as Bowman now has 6. Hopkins dribbling with the basketball now to Herman. Stops at the free throw line, tosses into Cooper. Cooper goes up with it, can't get it. Nice defensive play by Grant Hayes. Whiteman with the basketball with less than 3 minutes to go here in regulation. He'll drive in, goes around Cooper. Can't find anything there as Cooper shuts him down again. Froby, 3-ball, top of the key is good. Cruz Froby knocks it down. It's 36-32. And now Froby comes up with a steal. He's got 9. Pushes it down now. They get it in quickly down into Bowman. Bowman up and Bowman finishes. Ottawa Marquette wants the timeout. The Wolverines now lead by 6. We'll show you that last transition bucket here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. It's an Adams Fiber timeout as Ottawa Marquette trails by 6. We're back here in 1 minute.
It is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Is predator hunting your thing? Game Masters has you covered. We have way more than just deer and turkey hunting gear, safes, clothes, and gifts. Come check out our predator guns, calls, decoys, lights, traps, binoculars, bipods, tripods, and shooting sticks. Don't forget your thermal and night vision, rifle scopes, trapping equipment, and supplies. Whether your next game pursuit is big or small, runs or flies, Game Masters has what you need to get the job done. We're passionate about the outdoors.
The Knights take the timeout. It's their third of the basketball game. They trail now by 6. They've got the basketball on their side of the court. Hopkins with it, driving around Bowman, hands it off now to Herman. Knights don't have to move quickly, but they can't necessarily move slowly at this point in the ball game. 2 minutes left on the clock. They get it into Hopkins. Double team works it back out to Herman. Novotny with the basketball in the corner, quickly closed out by Whiteman. They drive it in. Cooper. It's a bounce pass that goes underneath his hands and out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on the Knights at a critical juncture in this one. 2 points from the Wolverines here could make things a little difficult for Ottawa Marquette. Crosswell inbounds, gets it to Whiteman as now there's full court pressure coming from Marquette. Hopkins looked like he tried to foul there, and now we'll play on. Froby with the basketball, hands it off to Whiteman. 1:44 left to go in regulation. Cross with it, drops, free throw line, jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound grab by Hopkins. He's got to push the pace here for Marquette. Across the line with a minute and a half left to go in regulation. Knights trail by 6. Froby shuts him down to Novotny. Closed out by Conradi and Froby, and now Novotny hits the deck, and we're going to get a timeout from Marquette before they whistle a travel. And now the large official here, we're going to hold on just a second. The far official, they're going to go ahead and call the timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it too. They were just signaling where the ball would be inbounds. We're back here in 45 seconds.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barrie, serving our community with compassion and respect.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with that, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose DOT.
The Knights take their 4th timeout of the basketball game. They've got 1 remaining. On the opposite side, West Lincoln Broadwell has taken just 2. 1:22 left to go in this one. The Wolverines have committed no fouls here in the quarter. The Knights have only committed 1, so if they're going to get West Lincoln Broadwell into bonus, they're going to have to rack up some fouls here very quickly. They've still got a little bit of time. They don't necessarily need to emergency foul, but we'll see what they do on this possession. Hellman with the basketball, gets it into Herman. Stopped at the short corner. Nice play by Conradi defensively. Now back down into Herman. He'll try to belly up, can't get fronted up, and now he's going to lose the basketball. Whiteman dives on the floor for it, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs with Ottawa Marquette with 1 minute left to go here in regulation. Jason Herman and his squad instructing the boys, we've got to shoot the basketball here quickly. One of the assistants saying that to Baron Hellman. We'll see if number 4 fires up a shot here quickly for his team. He spots up at the left wing, nothing there as they work it to Novotny in the corner instead. He gets double teamed, has to get rid of it. Now there's going to be a turnover as they say Novotny might have been out of bounds, or they just whistled a travel and they didn't call anything. West Lincoln Broadwell will take the Adams Fiber timeout. We will take it too. Don't go anywhere. A state champion is crowned here in less than a minute. You're watching the state championships on Central Illinois Sports.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
West Lincoln Broadwell takes their 3rd timeout of the contest. They'll have the basketball coming out of the timeout here. We remind you, we've got the kids in the games. All we need is you. If you want to be an official for the IESA or IHSA, now is the time. Visit IESA.org for more details or call the IHSA Officials Department at 309-663-6377 to learn more. And, of course, we thank our main officials here tonight, Derek Rutledge, Tim Swearingen, and Mark Jaunty. Kevin Armstrong, the officials director here on site tonight from the IHSA. 51.5 left to go here in regulation. It's a 6-point advantage for the Wolverines. They'll have the basketball and the length of the floor to go. They get the basketball into Froby. Quickly double teamed on the far baseline, and now we'll get a foul in the backcourt from Tate Hopkins. For Hopkins, it'll be his first, 2nd of the quarter. We shoot free throws at 5. Marquette still has a few more to go to get to that number. Cross will be the inbounds man. Now gets it to Froby. He'll hold on to it. They try to double team him in the corner. He's got to get rid of it. And we'll get a timeout here from West Lincoln Broadwell. They'll take the 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here with it, with 44 seconds left to go and reset the scene on everything. For West Lincoln Broadwell, that's their 4th timeout. Each team has 1 remaining here in the contest. West Lincoln Broadwell has committed no fouls here in the 4th quarter. Just 2 for Ottawa Marquette. They've got to get to 5 to send the Wolverines to the free throw line. For Marquette, Braden Herman has 14. Tate Hopkins has 12. On the opposite side for West Lincoln Broadwell, Cruz Frobe has 9. Ryder Conrady and Colby Bowman each have 8. Griffin Cross has 6. It's been a very balanced affair here for the Wolverines. They will inbound in the far corner in front of the Ottawa Marquette student section. Whiteman, touchdown pass as he tries to get to Bowman. It works. Bowman now pulls it out, and he'll get fouled in the backcourt by Barron Hellman. It'll be Hellman's second, team third against the Knights. Checking in for West Lincoln will be Brantley Conrady, a 5th grade guard wearing number 13. They'll get the basketball into Frobe. And we'll get a quick foul here as Hopkins will pick up another. It's his second. Team number 4. West Lincoln Broadwell will head to the free throw line on the next foul. 39.3 left to go. Wolverines up by 6. They'll get the basketball down into Frobe in the corner. Now guarded by Hopkins. Hopkins with the hands on him, and now they'll call the foul. Third against Hopkins. Frobe will go to the free throw line looking to extend the lead here and maybe put the clamps down on the state championship for West Lincoln Broadwell. Frobe at the line tonight, 9 points. First one is up, rolls off the front of the rim and into the back, and no good. Bowman will check back in. Brantley Conrady will take a seat. Second one up from Frobe, in and good. 39-32. Frobe in double figures now with 10. Basketball, Hopkins, the long 3 ball off the front of the iron, rebounded now by Hellman. He'll go up and he'll get fouled. As they say, Whiteman got a hand on him. And heading to the free throw line will be Barron Hellman. First foul against Maddox Whiteman, first of the quarter here against Broadwell. At the free throw line is Barron Hellman, 4 points on the night tonight. He had 15 in the regional quarterfinal win. Brantley Conrady checks back in. Bowman sits back down. First free throw is up and no good. 27.6 seconds left to go here in the ballgame. Second one up. High off the rim, no good. It's a loose ball picked up by Whiteman, and now they'll foul him, and we'll walk down to the opposite side for more free throws. Herman will pick up his second, and Whiteman will head back to the line. 5 points on the evening in what has been a very, very balanced scoring attack here for West Lincoln Broadwell. 2 more here would just about seal the deal for the Wolverines. First one is up and good. 40-32 as Bowman checks back in. Whiteman with 6. The all-important second one goes up, rolls around the rim, no good. Herman comes down with a rebound. Marquette pushing quickly. 21 seconds left to go in the ball game. Stop pop for Tate Hopkins off the back of the rim, no good. Hellman comes down with it. Goes up with the left hand. He can't find the mark. And now Griffin Cross comes down with it. 10 seconds left to go, and the Wolverines fans are on their feet as their team is going to grab the state championship. The final in this one, West Lincoln Broadwell 40. Ottawa Marquette 32. West Lincoln Broadwell is your 7-1A state champions here in the state of Illinois. And they celebrate to the tune of applause from their fans on a fantastic contest here tonight. And nothing to hang about on the opposite side for Ottawa Marquette. A very well-played basketball game. Just came up a little short here in the second half. We have reached the Blessing Health System postgame show. We will step aside to tally up final numbers and come back and show you the postgame ceremony here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching exclusive coverage of the IESA Boys State Championships live on Central Illinois Sports.
Once or twice a year, I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So you know what that is.
Yeah. What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand, that's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
We welcome you back here on the Blessing Health System post-game show where West Lincoln Broadwell claims the state championship in 7th grade Class 1A in a 40-32 win over Ottawa Marquette in what can only be described as an extremely fun basketball game to watch. They will first hand out the sportsmanship awards. This is something they start down in the regional level all the way through to the state tournament now, and one representative from each team in those championship games receives a sportsmanship pin that they believe for the person who best displays good sportsmanship, fair play, and hard work out on the court. For Ottawa Marquette, Noah Novotny will come up and step forward and accept the sportsmanship pin. He has been a lot of fun to watch. Knocked down a huge shot in the quarterfinal to keep his team ahead over Cambridge. And of course, Cruz Froby will come up and accept the pin here for Ottawa Marquette.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the playing area for the presentation of the first and second place.
We'll now award our plaques and medals to kids individually. We'll first start over with Ottawa Marquette, who will finish in the runner-up seat tonight, a record of 23 wins, 3 losses on the season. The superintendent and principal, Mrs. Brooke Rick, athletic director for this team is Todd Hopkins, 47 students strong in grades 7th and 8th grade out of LaSalle County in the Vermilion Grade School North Conference. This Ottawa Marquette team has been a lot of fun to watch. We wondered again, as we told you earlier, if they would have the firepower and the ability to keep up with this tough Wolverines defense, and the answer to that was astoundingly yes. Gerard Cooper put up a heck of a contest inside, made things very difficult for those Wolverines. Tate Hopkins, Hellman, and Herman really had a fantastic night here to keep pace with the Wolverines. They fall just a few steps short, though, here in the championship contest. They get the assistants and the coaches as Jason Herman receives his medal. And now we introduce you to all of the Marquette Knights. Number 0 is Noah Novotny. Number 3, Hunter Heiser. Number 4, Baron Hellman. Number 11 is Tate Hopkins. Number 12, Cash Biba. Number 31, Griffin Novotny. Number 33, Braden Herman. Number 34, Isaac Bullock. Number 43, Mario Bernabe. Number 50, William Biggins. And 52, Gerard Cooper. Final scoring for Marquette. Braden Herman leads with 14, Tate Hopkins with 12. Baron Hellman chips in 4 points, and Gerard Cooper finishes with 2. A successful campaign for Ottawa Marquette ends with a loss in the state championship game. They'll take home the second place plaque to their trophy rack. On the opposite side here for West Lincoln Broadwell, they will finish with a record of 27 wins, 2 losses, and they will take home the top prize here in the state of Illinois in the state championship. Administration for West Lincoln Broadwell. Superintendent is Heather Baker. Principal is Jessica Dare. Curtis Conrady is the athletic director and the head coach for this basketball team. 35 students in grades 7th and 8th out of Logan County in the Logan County Conference as Curtis Conrady comes up and accepts his championship medal along with his assistants. And we'll introduce you to all of the West Lincoln Broadwell Wolverines. Number 1 is Lane Pay. Number 5, Cruz Froby. Number 11, Colin Casabier. Number 12, Barrett Grenland. Number 13, Brantley Conrady. Number 15, Maddox Whiteman. Number 20, Cameron Casabier. Number 22, Colby Bowman. Number 24, Nolan Schaffenacker. Number 30, Griffin Cross. Number 31, Evan Clements. Number 32, Kalen Sales. Number 33, Dyson Dalapaz. Number 35, Grant Hayes. And number 40 is Ryder Conrad. Final scoring for the Wolverines here tonight. Frobe finishes with 10. Bowman and Ryder Conrad each finish with 8. Maddox Whiteman and Griffin Cross each finish with 6. For the Wolverines, as their last few players receive their championship medals. We'll stick around here and show you the trophy presentations, and that'll wrap up our programming for you here tonight.
Ottawa, Marquette, please step forward to receive your second place trophy. Congratulations to the Knights on a great season.
The Knights will step forward and accept their second place plaque. A fantastic season, a really fun team to watch here this weekend as Ottawa Marquette shows off their second place trophy to their fans. It will get a little bit louder here in just a second because there is a large contingent here from West Lincoln Broadwell. As Maddox Whiteman comes forth, he'll grab the trophy first, and he's surrounded by teammates as West Lincoln Broadwell claims the top spot here in Class 1A for 7th grade. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up our coverage of the IESA State Championships here for this first round. We'll remind you, we're back here on Saturday, 10 a.m. Coverage from all 4 sites. If you're already watching tonight, you're already locked in. You don't have to do a thing. Just tune in on Saturday, and you can get coverage from all 4 classes coming up here as we continue our coverage of the IESA Boys Basketball State Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Shoemaker. We're so very happy, humbled, and honored that you chose to watch junior high basketball with us tonight. For my cameraman, Rylan, who has done an amazing job with us here over 2 nights, we are very happy you've joined us here on Central Illinois Sports. No matter where you're going or how you get there, get home safely. If you're already home, enjoy the rest of your night. Hey, call your mom. She probably misses you. This is a Central Illinois Sports production.